friends, welcome to More Basics. My name is Ashley, and I often get asked, well, what do I do during the day? Well, if you want to hang out with somebody that is just very real, very basic, and just a hillbilly that loves Jesus, then whatever, you just come along. I'll bring you along for some of the things today. I'm getting a late start. I am ready. It's a very stormy day. It's thundering a lot. I just tried to make an intro video and thunder just went through my entire body. As long as wow, lightning just struck right here, and I felt it in the floor. It was insane. So where I'm going to get groceries is about 35-40 minutes away, so maybe it won't be storming there. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So let's get ready, go to the store. We're going to do a grocery haul, and then there's a few things we need to do around the kitchen, and then we'll make some dinner. So just come along. Also, did you notice this in the background? My husband put that P there because I am a terrible speller and I depend on him a lot for spelling. It's actually quite sad because I thought I used to be a really good speller, but something's happening here. But while we're here, let's go ahead and look at this Bible verse because I'm so in love with it. It says, "The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged." And that's Deuteronomy chapter 31 and it's verse 8. So the Lord himself, he goes before us and he's going to be with us. And he promises that he's not going to leave us and he's not going to turn his back on us and forsake us. So in that case, because we trust that those things are true, you know, he tells us, well, don't be afraid and don't be discouraged because the Lord is with us. And I am just so in love with that. Since I got a late start, I needed to make the bed up. I make the bed every single day. Do you guys make your bed every day? If you didn't know, my grandmother is the one who raised me, and she was always very particular about all of our bedding. Like, we had clean sheets, and they were just tucked just perfectly where there were no wrinkles in them whatsoever. And it was just one of the greatest luxuries in life just to be able to get into a good, clean bed. So that has just kind of followed me, and I have to make the bed every day, and I'm so thankful. Just like that pillow says that's turned backwards right now. Hey, I am just very grateful to have somewhere to rest and lay my head. All right, so here is our OOTD. I just have on that plain gray shirt and then I got on some jeans. I do have on sandals, but I'm gonna take tennis shoes with me just in case it is really storming there, but just very basic. This is just very much me. But you know, Paul the Apostle says that if we have enough clothes and enough food for the day, then let us be content. Sometimes we can take these things for granted, but let us just be thankful for what we have. I watched a documentary recently, and in Korea, there are these children, they're called street kids, and they live on the side of the road and they're homeless. And there was this one little boy in particular who's 8 years old, super dirty, starving to death. His mom kicked him out because she couldn't afford to take care of him. He had one arm because he had been in a train accident, and that just completely broke my heart, and it has me in this mentality of, wow, how good is God to me? I better not take any of this for granted. Anything that we have, we need to recognize and realize that, you know, it comes from above. It comes from our Father, our Lord Jesus Christ. And with a thankful heart, it just changes everything in life. One last thing, I need to take a picture of the board, and there's a few things that are not on that list that I'm going to get, like some fruit and stuff like that, but this is my menu for the next 2 weeks, which we have completely been following it. I have just been changing all of my eating habits, period, and I am down 6 pounds right now. The scale's moving, so I'll take it, but hey, I need to get out of here. I've got my list. Let's just go. By the one who created the stars up above. How does it feel to know you're all right when you lay your head on your pillow? Okay, I've got my coffee. I do put creamer in it. I got this cup when we took a trip to Myrtle Beach, I think last year or the year before, maybe it was the year before. We had such a good time there. I thought that I was maybe going to spend like $70, $75, and I spent $135.77. All right, so we'll start here. I got some pepperoncinis. I seen somebody make the roast with that in there, whatever it's called, and it just looks so good. But I'll eat those by myself. And I got my husband 1 can of fruit cocktail. He's wanting some fruit but I don't know what kind he wants, so I just got it to see if he wanted to try it. I got some baked beans for tonight's dinner. Bush's is amazing. I got some Nanners. I did get some of these cafe style chips in this brand. These are so good, but my husband, is craving something salty, so I like to keep those on hand. And then let's see, I've got a pack of mozzarella cheese. I've got some prunes that my doctor recommended would be good. And then I got a cantaloupe, and I think this cantaloupe is going to be amazing because if you smell right here, then that's how you can tell if that's going to be a good cantaloupe. And this one smells amazing. We have some growing in our garden, but they're not quite ready yet, and I want some. I got some Raisin Bran, that's for my husband. I got some Mountain Dew Zero, also for my husband. And then when we go over here, well, I got a big pack of waters, but I got some Sprite Zeros. I got a bag of onions because the bag that I have is rotten. I have 2 left and I have to throw them away. But anyways, I got some sharp cheddar cheese. That's my husband's favorite. I got some Parmesan cheese. I usually just get it in like the Great Value Walmart bags like that, but they didn't have any, so I got this one for a recipe. I got some sliced mushrooms. That's going to be for tomorrow's dinner. Some strawberries, some beautiful blueberries made in the USA. I got some chili powder. I needed some of these because mine are out of date. This time I decided I would go fancy and get the McCormick brand that costs more instead of just getting the dollar ones because I use these so often. So we're going to give it a try and see if it makes a difference. Coffee creamer, my favorite coffee creamer. I love this stuff. I would choose it over Coffee Mate or just Dunkin' Donuts or anything. I love that. All right, so we got some marinara. We got the Prego Chunky. This is the one that I like the best, which I'm going to have my own tomato sauce and pasta sauce very soon. But I got another thing of sour cream because my husband goes through that pretty quickly. Gala apples, my favorite. I typically have one of these for lunch every other day, or I'll have it for a snack with some peanut butter. Some meat. I got some chicken breasts, some tenderloins. This I splurged on. It is Angus and it's sirloin kebabs. But I am going to be cooking a stir-fry meal with these mushrooms and that steak, and I hope it's going to be amazing, like I have it in my head. So, some beef sirloin, this microwave bacon, my husband will swear by this, absolutely loves it, but it's good to make like a breakfast burrito every now and then. And then I got a huge thing of these Hot Pockets. It's hard to find the ones that are not garlicky, but these are the ones that my husband likes. He likes to just have those on hand. But you can see I didn't get a ton of junk food or a ton period, and that was pretty pricey for sure. So let me get all of this put up, and then I need to start on dinner and everything else. We are moving on to dinner, so we're going to start with washing our taters, drying them, putting them in the microwave. It said 2 to 3 minutes, but I just went for 3 minutes here. I've got my baking sheet ready with some parchment paper on it, 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to melt that. This calls for the powdered Parmesan cheese, but this is all that I had that we just got, so that's what I'm using. And as far as the measurements, it didn't give measurements, so I just used whatever I thought. So we've got some cumin powder along with the Parmesan, chili powder, probably half a tablespoon of everything, garlic powder. We've got onion powder, and it called for paprika, but I use smoked paprika, just a little bit of that. Then we got to put some sticks through our sweet potatoes. I didn't poke holes in them when I microwaved them, by the way.
but just put them on your sticks. This was all very hot. I probably should have let it cool down just a little bit. Then the video shows that you just go along with a knife, cutting it kind of spiral like this. I'm sure I might have butchered it, but I think that I followed it, pretty well. Then after you cut it, you're going to see that we're going to spread this sweet potato open. Ooh, hot, hot. See the steam coming out? Whew, that was hard to do. Okay, we've got them ready. So now we are ready to brush some of that melted butter on there. I think I used a good amount of butter. Just want to cover them completely, and I try to get in between all of the little crevices and everything so our seasoning would stick to it pretty well. So after the butter, then we take our mixture and just pour it over the top. And I made sure to try to cover it really well. I think it needed some salt and pepper as well, but I wasn't really sure about sweet potatoes because it's just something that I don't eat. But now we're ready to go into the oven at 400, and we're going to cook these for 50 minutes. These are the pork chops that we are going to be having with it. They are pre-seasoned. And then, of course, Bush's Original Baked Beans. I've definitely never tried that recipe before, so I don't even like sweet potatoes. So if it turns out good, well, or if it turns out bad, I will let you guys know. Now I get to do a taste test and see what it's like. I'm scared because I don't like sweet potatoes. Hey David, are you supposed to cut those knots and edges off of the sweet potatoes when you wash them before you cook them?
Not before you cook them, or it's coming off the way you don't like.
Just before you eat them? Okay, well I didn't cut them off at all because I didn't know what to do. But also, do you eat the skin on the sweet potato?
No,
You don't eat the skin? Or am I supposed to? Because I'm going to eat it with the skin on it.
I'll be able to. Just butter.
Mm.
What'd you put on it?
All kinds of things. I don't like the skin. I just followed a recipe.
Oh, well.
And this is how it said to do it, so I don't know, I'm just learning.
You like it?
What goes on? Yeah, it's fine. You're not gonna try it?
Well, they eat it on a sweet potato.
You wouldn't even-
Like,
You wouldn't even try a bite of it, David?
I don't even, that is like.
Just one little bite. Here, just try one little bite, please. One tiny little bite.
It tastes good.
Tastes good? Yeah, it tastes
It tastes
fine.
like a sweet potato that's got over into like a piece of your steak or something with a lot of oregano.
The pork chop is really good and juicy, and the beans are delicious. With a bite of sweet potato. Yeah, I think it's good. The final verdict on the sweet potato is David does not like it. He likes just plain sweet potatoes. I didn't like sweet potatoes to begin with, so it's like, meh, it's okay. And I'm proud of myself for eating something healthy and making changes to my diet. So I feel proud that I ate that sweet potato, but I don't think I would recommend it. Sitting out on the porch and the traffic is really loud, so I guess I'm going to do tomatoes next. I'm going to try to get that done real quick and get the kitchen cleaned up. And then we're going to go down and pick beans in our garden as long as the weather permits. The kitchen is a disaster. I may not get the tomatoes done because we are going to go and pick beans. So I'm just going to leave the tomatoes here. And I've changed my outfit and I've got to get my boots because the garden is going to be very muddy. Also, I got the wrong kind of bacon, so I'm leaving the receipt here, and my husband is lunch trip tomorrow, so I need to leave him a reminder to do that.
got a pretty good sized bucket of regular tomatoes and Roma tomatoes. For these tomatoes, I am going to be freezing these to can them at a later time. Also, let me tell you about this cucumber. This is a white burpless cucumber. I love cucumbers, and I've never seen one like this before in my life, but apparently they're really good for digestion. So it doesn't make you burp, which I don't really burp cucumbers anyway, but that is something that a lot of folks have problems with. So yeah, introducing you to a white cucumber if you've never seen one before, because I hadn't seen one before. Great. Just to take that right off. Isn't that lovely? So I'm going to take the top off, and then on this part right here, I'm just going to take just a little bit off of the bottom. So I'm kind of new to canning and stuff, so I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn. But I seen a lady do this on YouTube. This is not the way that any of my family members or my husband's family members do it, but this is the way that I'm doing it. So let me just quickly go through and see, like, these bad spots right there. You just take this sucker, look at that, and it comes right off. It just makes life so much easier. And then I guess I should have my little cutting board here so they don't cut anything, but let me go through these real quick and get it done. Go ahead and get our Romas in a bag. Okay, and so then I don't have a vacuum seal, so I take a straw. And I'm sure you guys know about this trick, but yeah, you just seal it up. All my tomatoes lay flat. There you go, you have vacuum sealed tomatoes. We're gonna end this video where we started, which is in the kitchen. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today, and hope you're still fighting the good fight of faith. Let me show you my bracelet real quick. It says trust in the Lord, and it's Proverbs, and it is chapter 3 verses 5 and 6. Let me show it to you. That's my favorite part of my outfit today. But yeah, that verse seems to be my life verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. That is how I live my life. Hope you guys will come back and check out some more of my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.